MegaPodTastic.
Good morning. Good morning, MegaPodlings. It's Krazy Joe. We're at Water Tower Cinema. It's Thursday night. And we're about to see Spider-Man No Way Home. Look, I'm even wearing my Spider-Man glasses for the occasion. And pretty excited. I've been avoiding the internet to avoid spoilers. I've managed to stay spoiler-free so far. I know some people think John Campea may have spoiled things with some images he leaked, but I still maintain that since we don't know if those images are valid or not, it doesn't count as a spoiler. And we're gonna go in, we're gonna check this out now. Look, man, that's a good shot. Look at how nice that water tower looks behind me with that lighting. That looks good. Let's go in. I gotta mask up. Masks are encouraged and appreciated. Well, thank you, Spider-Man. They still haven't replaced the electric board that was up here. That is still missing.
I want to watch that movie though.
Busiest I've seen this place in a while. And there's already a line. Damn it. And there's the poster. Looking forward to this one. There's Theater 6. That's the theater we're in. I already staked out my seat. But do you see this line here? I had to wait in this line to grab my seat. And I gotta tell you, I keep saying it. This theater is the only theater in the area that doesn't have assigned seating. And it sucks. I haven't waited in a line to get a good seat in years. That is a worry of the past, because now you buy your tickets, you choose your seat, and then you can relax. You don't have to worry you might not get a good seat. But this time, we had to wait in this line. And that's my seat. I managed to stake out back row. Yes. All right, we are back from the theater. Finally have seen Spider-Man No Way Home. And the film the internet has not stopped buzzing about for months. And don't worry, this is going to be a spoiler-free review. If you have not yet seen the movie, you do not need to be worried about being spoiled right now, because we're just going to give reactions to the quality of the film, and we're not going to delve into any spoilers. Maybe we'll do a spoiler-filled review at a later date, but that's not what this is. First of all, there's a lot of surprises in the film. A lot of little things, little surprises. So try to go in spoiler-free. I was very fortunate. I had heard... I'm a member of some side group chats, and some people were like, in the days going up, like, oh, you know, the spoilers are out there. So I was being very, very careful not to go anywhere where these spoilers would be. And fortunately, I remained fully spoiler-free up until the moment of the movie. So that was good. Now that the movie is out there, now that the movie has played to a wider audience on Thursday, it's Friday morning as I'm recording this. Some of you aren't going to be so fortunate if you can't get out this weekend. I would imagine by the end of the weekend you're going to have heard something, which is unfortunate, but kind of the way the internet works, sadly. So see it as soon as you can. Now, here's one thing I will tell you. If something does get ruined for you, if something does get spoiled for you, it's not going to spoil the whole movie, because there are a lot of little surprises, little twists, little things that you won't see coming. So whereas spoiler A might be spoiled for you, there's still going to be a B, a C, and a D that you did not maybe hear about. So you got that going for you. All right, let's get into the quality of the film. I thought this movie was really good. Really good. Now, this movie could have been a misfire. And I say that because there's a lot of things going on there. You know from the trailers that it involves the multiverse. It involves bringing in villains from previous Spider-Man films that are not in the continuity of the MCU. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, the Mark Webb Spider-Man movies. We've got villains from both of those movies coming in and crossing over into this universe. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, Jamie Foxx as Electro. Those characters all come back. Now, when you do something like that, you got to have a great script. You have to have a great script, because otherwise it's going to come off as gimmicky. It's going to come off as fan service. It's ultimately not going to work unless you have a tremendous script. And I'm happy to say they brought their A game. This works. This works. It also disproves a long-held fan theory that if you have multiple villains in a movie, it's going to automatically suck. I mean, you've all heard that, you know. The movie's got 3 villains. That's too much. Anytime you have that many villains, it's going to suck. We've all heard that. That's one of those things fans say. And we go back to, Batman and Robin, Spider-Man 3. And I've always said, no. That's not true. It doesn't matter. You could have 27 villains. It doesn't mean your movie's going to suck. Do you have a well-written movie? That is the question. Do you have a well-written movie? It's not how many villains are in it. It's how good your script is. You know, you're going to pull out these movies that had multiple villains that were poorly written films. It wasn't the number of villains that was the problem. It was the poorly written part that was the problem. And I'll go back to, for years, Hollywood said, we can't have women superheroes. We can't have women superheroes because we made Supergirl and we made Catwoman and we made Elektra, and they all failed. And it's like, yeah, but Supergirl and Catwoman and Elektra didn't fail because they starred women. They failed because they sucked. And then we got Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel, which were legitimately good movies that had women superheroes. And it's like, you see, when your script isn't complete and utter garbage, audiences will go see women superheroes. It's not about women, it's about crappy scripts. And it's the same thing here. It's not about the number of your villains, it's about crappy scripts. Now, this is a movie that's got multiple villains and a great script, and it works. This is, I think, one of the best Spider-Man movies. Up till now, Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man Far From Home, the last movie in this series, have been my 2 favorite Spider-Man movies. Those, without question, are my 2 favorite Spider-Man movies. Where does this stand? Does this replace them? You know what? It might. I got to see it again before I can make that decision. But there's a very strong possibility that this may supplant one of those 2 and be my favorite Spider-Man movie. It's that good. It's a film that lives up to the hype. That's a good thing. It's a film that's going to please fans. And it's going to have some very interesting ramifications for the MCU and for Spider-Man going forward. And I can't wait to see how those things play out. Now, is this a perfect movie? Well, no, because as you know from the trailer, the movie does involve a magic spell. It does involve Doctor Strange casting a spell, and there's some questions there. There's some possible plot holes. There's some things that maybe don't add up, or some things that are not well explained. Much like the time travel aspect of Avengers Endgame, yes, this is a little bit problematic, but it also is one of those things where the movie is so much fun. Who cares? Who cares? Just turn your brain off and go with it, because what they're giving you is so good. And it's not even necessarily like everything doesn't make sense. It's just that it's so much that it doesn't give you all the answers. It's the kind of stuff that it's like, well, if there's a plot hole here, they could easily throw a patch on that in a later film with a line of dialogue. Ultimately, I think this is a great movie. I think it's a wonderful movie for the box office. As someone who's an enthusiast about movie theaters and the theatrical experience, I think this is a movie that's bringing people back to theaters, and that's a good thing. Remember, people, movie theaters are extremely safe. There has been not a single case of COVID that has been tracked back to a movie theater anywhere. With your vaccines and your booster shots, it becomes even safer still. It was safe before the vaccine, because before the vaccine, still not a single case of COVID was tracked back to a movie theater. Now add to that the vaccine, and what was already safe has become super safe. So go out to the theater, check this out. Do yourself a favor. Do not wait for streaming for this. My God, this is a movie that needs to be seen on the big screen. This is a big, epic movie, and it deserves to be seen as these movies deserve to be seen on the big screen. So big high five for Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm highly recommending this film. I can't wait to see it again. I've already got tickets to see it again. I'll be seeing it again Monday morning, and I look forward to doing so. Bring on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Bring on Morbius, because I do think that some of the fallout from this movie is going to spill into those movies, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Everybody, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.